Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Falai, and welcome to this Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Last episode, we went to Gravestone Rock and managed to successfully save the people who were trapped inside of it. Save the people that Derek's Sunhammer had taken. With that done, time for us to move on to the other personal mission we have here. The Trap for the Other with Daeran. Do not allow the other to suspect an ambush. Okay. Oh, here we are. Leoter plays his role perfectly. He stands before the improvised place of execution, formidable and emotionless, like the living embodiment of an inescapable retribution. Commander, I am glad to see that you held up your end of the deal. The Mendev Inquisition thanks you. We will take custody of the criminal now. It's hard to read anything on Daeran's face. My, what a curious installation. Count Arende, the Mendev Inquisition finds you guilty of treason, criminal links to demonic cults, orchestrating the murders of several of this country's citizens who were killed and decapitated by you or your accomplices in Canabras and a range of other places. I, Leoter Hawkblade, Inquisitor and Exterminator of the demonic blight by the grace of the Inheritor, have been authorized to carry out the sentence. Death by fire. With the permission of the Commander, we will begin. Daeran glances at you, seemingly lost for words. That is... Wow. I never really cared about you as a truth. I never really cared about you. I'll hand you over to the Inquisition without a second thought. The Inquisitor, who seems to be listening to something only he can sense, gives you a subtle nod. It appears everything is going as planned. The rest of your companions exchange bewildered glances, but keep watching without a word, understanding that something unusual is about to happen. Daeran seems shaken by the words. He looks away for a moment, then asks with feigned glee, "Burning at the stake, A trifle old-fashioned. I thought you'd offer something a little more sophisticated for your noble clientele. But what interests me most is what your role is in all this, Falai." My role? I was the one who reached out to the Inquisition and asked them to investigate you. Like a fool, you followed me, yet all the while I knew I would soon throw you to the Church's slavering hounds. Leoter's face expresses undisguised approval. He shifts his stance, readying himself to fight. Anger flares up in Daeran's eyes, but he immediately hides it behind a mask of indifference. Such a highly, highly commendable act by such a truly, truly decent person. Wouldn't you agree, Commander? Leoter stands motionless like a statue. He stares at you expectantly, as if asking your permission to continue. You are not my friend or my ally, you're just a bargaining chip. I have forgotten you entirely by the time the first of your blackened ashes are carried off by the winds of the world wound. Leoter gives a barely perceptible nod. A circle of runes starts to glow faintly at his feet. I see no point in going along with this drama any longer. Daeran's voice drips with venom, the most contemptuous smile imaginable flashing on his lips. I have no desire to entertain you and your friend, Commander. Feel free to do what you have planned. I hope that your attempt to rid the world of Daeran Arende will not lead to any unforeseen incidents. With a blank face, the Inquisitor raises the torch. Let justice be served! There's a palpable shift in the surroundings. Everything seems to tremble, like in the moment before a thunderstorm. There are no bolts of lightning or rolls of thunder, but the sensation of some malicious presence, enraged and bewildered, rings through the air. We did it, Commander. It is coming right into our trap. A scream of a dozen voices, soundless but powerful, drills into your ears and resounds over the land. The ritual circle drawn by the Inquisitor flares into life.
They will break weak against our resolve.
Everyone, kill the
Time
other.
to share your treasures.
A sudden silence falls over the battlefield. It is accompanied by the sensation of sinking into deep water, slowly and inevitably. The surface grows further and further away. The darkness grows deeper and deeper around you, and below is nothing but bottomless black. Voices sound inside your head. No, not voices. Images. Ideas. Deal. The blackness seems to extend its hand. A vague extremity, an open palm. Deal. Let go. Let go of us. An agonizing yearning for freedom grows through you, piercing your entire self. It comes from without, but you feel it as your own. Reward. You get reward. Power. Away. We will go. Away. The old door is closing. We will step back. A picture of Daeran's severed head, dripping with blood, appears before your eyes, looking eerily real. What are you? A stream of feelings and images crashes over your mind. They cannot be described in any language you know. You can only sense the general shape of them, the direction, the aftertaste. Space, void, death, infinity, journey, escape, hunger, over and over. Hunger. What do you want? Secret. Keep the secret. Door. Close the door. A desperate desire to break free from the trap and escape lances through your mind and heart. I refuse. You will die, creature. The feeling of sinking into the depths is replaced by the sensation of a whirlpool roiling around you. Death. Freedom. Freedom. Death!
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Cover me, all right?
Kill it. Fortunately, we are quite strong. And there we go. Daeran wraps his arms around himself for a moment, clutching at his shoulders. With a slightly crazed look in his eyes, he surveys the area, his gaze never resting on anything in particular. His lips move, but no sound comes out. At last, the Count says, "It's over." I hope it is. The commander and I spared no effort to home in on this entity, and then to lure it into a trap. I assume now you understand the real reason behind everything we put you through, Count. I am especially proud of my overly ruthless Inquisitor speech. I like you, Sir Not So Ruthless Inquisitor. 'Tis a real shame that I shall have to kill you. Daeran, what are you talking about? Well, Daeran is speaking in a strange manner, apparently marveling at the sound of his own voice, tasting each word on his tongue. Either that, or the Inquisition will grip me by the throat and finally execute me. Unless they decide to lock me up in some closed facility for clerics and mages that would look suspiciously like a prison. Leota remains calm, despite the heavy toll of combat and the threat to his life. Count, you are without a doubt guilty of being in contact with a vile entity from the beyond, and of concealing signs of its presence in Mendev and the Crusade. That makes you an accomplice to all the crimes committed by this other, whatever it is. Of course, Mendevian justice in all its glory. It is my duty to pass your case to the Inquisition Tribunal. But I am certain that the judges will take into consideration your youth and the extreme circumstances under which you first encountered the entity, and they will treat you with leniency. I seriously doubt that the death sentence will even be raised as a possibility. But... Count, can you still use your abilities as an oracle? What? What does that have to do with... You can, I am positive of it. I know how abilities like yours work. Unlike clerics, you do not gain your power by choice. You do not choose your destiny, you are simply chosen. The other, whatever it was, chose you. You became its gateway and thus acquired your power. Now it is dead, but this power still remains with you. That means that the gateway wasn't sealed with the death of its creator. Hence, you, Count, are an open road into the unknown, where these horrible head-collecting entities come from. You remain a threat, and this means that there is a high probability the tribunal will decide to send you to a closed asylum, where you will remain under the church's supervision for the rest of your life. Do I get a say in this? Your achievements are great, Commander. Perhaps the Mendiv Inquisition's tribunal will listen to your arguments, but I can't promise anything. Daeran, do you have anything to say about the gateway and all the other things Leotar is talking about? Daeran licks his lips nervously. Of all those assembled here, I may know the least about these creatures and what they were trying to do to me. I was simply instructed to keep my mouth shut, otherwise the next severed head would be my own. So I said nothing. I have been saying nothing for 10 long years, while they used me to come and go from this world as they pleased. Oh, I don't know how it works. I don't know if there is some road inside me, or where it may lead. There must be another way to resolve this. Another way? I'm afraid there is no such way, Commander. Don't ask me to sacrifice my principles. I will never do that. The only thing I can say is that the Tribunal's verdict, no matter what it will most definitely not be carried out as long as active hostilities continue in the Crusade. But after they are over, we will have to step in. Actually, there is another way. You can kill me right here and now. I am not joking, and I'm not being overdramatic. I am not going to that damned tribunal, and I am not going to any damned asylum. This life, so-called life they have prepared for me, is everything I have ever hated with a little extra on top. I will not be able to live like that. I never even want to try. I would much prefer to take one final breath as a free man than to live decades more with a noose around my neck. For someone like him, death really would be better than what awaits him after the tribunal. Oh boy. It is a very harsh thing. Alas, I can't accept what you plan to do to Daeran. I'm sorry, Leotar. Daeran stares at you with a surprisingly sincere expression of gratitude. I do believe that was the most significant thing anyone has ever done for me. Isn't that touching? And now, if you'll allow me, I intend to fight back as hard as I can to keep you from lawlessly murdering me. Goddess! Leotar Hawkblade takes his final stand! Well, at least he realizes that it kinda is his final stand. I'm sorry, Leotar. I am sorry. But I need my companion. I shouldn't have taken that shield, there was no point in it, but oh well.
We do it my way.
Oh, we can look around here, see if there's anything else of note in this area. Then I suppose we are to leave.
Follow if you dare.
Looks like...
There's
oh, wait, there is
something
something hidden here. Unfortunate that that is really all that there is here. I suppose now we leave. Nothing else.
It's an odd word. Freedom.
Why did you mention freedom?
Because it is the greatest treasure, second only to life itself, which many fail to appreciate, sadly. People are so eager to shackle themselves, sacrificing their freedom, and they don't even realize it. Well, so be it. I am free now, and I, for one, do know how to appreciate my freedom.
We just killed a man for your sake.
Oh, yes. And I even feel something approaching regret. This Inquisitor didn't seem such a dreadful hypocrite, unlike the others of his kind. He died for his beliefs. Such is life. The genuinely righteous always die first. But he knew the risks. I doubt I would ever be willing to sacrifice everything I am for the sake of a stranger.
I have so many questions for you about the other and more.
Let's postpone this conversation till we are back at camp or somewhere else safe. Apologies, but I'm too exhausted now to talk about it. First, I need to convince myself that it's all over.
We have to go then.
I rarely say things like this. I have never said anything like this to anyone before, to be precise. But I am amazed by everything you have done for me. I'm not sure I deserved it, but still, I am very grateful.
Of course. Well, with that done, we have elsewhere to go. First things first, while I would like to come back and do all of this, I think we can come and do this later. For now, let's head back to base. Body teleportation back to Daeran. We have something else to do. Seela sits quietly with her hands clasped together. She sighs softly and there's a faraway look in her eyes. You can see from her troubled expression that something is bothering her. There you are, Falai. I'm just here, you know, waiting. Arsenro is going to unite the souls and the bodies. Just a little longer and we can put all of this behind us. She falls silent and looks down at her hands despondently. How long will we have to wait? Not long. Arsenro is just taking a few precautions. She wants to make sure everything goes smoothly when the souls return to their bodies. She'll call us when everything is ready. What's bothering you? Where do I even start? There's a lot on my mind. But, hey, Falai, there's something I have to ask. All of these souls will be returned to their bodies soon, and that means Curl will be free. But what if it's confirmed that he really did work with the cultists? What will you do to him? I'd like to hear his side of the story before I make the decision. But suppose he does admit to working with the cultists? Seela is not willing to let the matter go. What if he claims that he was forced to help them? That they threatened his life? What then? I know it's all hypothetical, but I'd like to know what you would do. This is really important to me. He bears some of the blame for what happened, but if others were pressuring him, if he acted out of fear for his life, then he deserves to be shown leniency. Seela nods. Her face is unreadable. Then let me ask you something else. How do you feel about me and the part I played in all of this? I talked everyone into going to the Hound of Hearts camp to get the ring. I protected Curl from Elon's blade and saved his life. I'm the reason he, or rather that demon that took his body, got away. It's my fault that we didn't find out about the jewelry being dangerous. We could have prevented the theft of so many other souls if it hadn't been for me. When we were in the Molten Star, Janna told me that I was the reason she deserted. She said that I had pushed her to play the hero, to take on challenges she wasn't prepared to face, and that's why she fled in panic. Yet in the end, she found the strength to change. She didn't break, she became a better person. To be honest, I've never seen her more proud and confident than when we defeated Sunhammer. I'm just glad I managed to remain friends with Elon. We were able to help him and Kiana even though they were tangled up in the schemes of those demon-worshipping cultists. I guess everything's turned out all right. We'll get the souls back, everyone will come back to life, and we'll put all this behind us. When I took my oath as a paladin, I swore to guard the honor of my fellows, have faith in them, and learn the weight of my sword, and I've done those things. So maybe I should stop worrying about what Sunhammer told me before his death. He was just being spiteful, right? His words were full of poison, not truth. Seela falls silent. Then she turns to you. So, what is the weight of my sword? Only idiots think they are infallible. I may not be the smartest person in the room, but I hope I have at least some measure of self-awareness. I need to reflect on everything I've done, on what kind of person I've become. You follow your heart. You always try to help others and do the right thing. There's no reason for you to feel ashamed. You've done nothing wrong. Seela's eyes brighten. Thank you. I needed to hear that from you. Greetings, Commander. I'm glad you are here. We are ready to return the stolen souls to their bodies and bring these poor people back to life. We will need to help them get over their initial shock, and your presence will undoubtedly help ease their transition. But first, however, I need your companion. Seela, everyone is waiting for you. Me? Why? Because we want you to set the souls free. We all agreed that you should be the one to do it. After all, you saved these people. You should be the one to bring them back to life. You're confusing me with someone else. I'm Seela the Block-Headed Paladin. I'm no hero. Like I said, it was a collective decision. We all agreed that it should be you, the loved ones of the victims, the Houndhearts, myself, and I'm not going to go back and ask them to find someone else. So stop arguing and let's go! And there they are.
I do what I must.
Okay. There's Kiana and Elon
I'm gone.
and Curl. You see Curl standing among those who've been rescued. He's looking around awkwardly, shifting from one foot to the other as if he's not sure what to do with himself. When he notices you and Seela, he pales slightly but takes a step forward. Thank you so much for saving me from the demons. I want to hear your side of the story, but you need to tell me the truth. Curl bows his head. Alright, I'll tell you. I met this guy before the attack on Canabras. He said he felt sorry for me. We talked about the condemned and about how awful the Crusaders were to me. He told me that I should take matters into my own hands, that I should be my own master and decide my own fate. When the demons attacked Canabras and the city fell into chaos, he found me again. He introduced me to a few of his pals and called himself a Templar of the Ivory Labyrinth. He told me to spy on the Crusaders who were trying to take back the city. I didn't want to help them, but they threatened me. They even cast a spell on me. I don't know what it was, but it felt like torture. I curled up and sobbed like a baby. They told me that the city belonged to them now, and that they'd kill me if I didn't cooperate. So I agreed. But I didn't want to. I swear, I really didn't. I wanted to run away. I thought if I could just get some money, I could escape the city. I could go far, far away, somewhere they'd never find me. The Crusaders could deal with those cultists. I just wanted to be free. And that's when I had the idea to steal Elon's ring. It was worth a small fortune, and I needed the money. I didn't want to hurt Elon. I didn't want to hurt any of you. But I didn't know what else to do. So I took the ring, and, well, the demon took control. I guess you know the rest. I was stuck in the ring, and that scumbag stole my body. Damn it, Curl, you could have told us you were being threatened by cultists. We could have helped. But I wanted freedom, Seela. I'll be honest with you, I'm not much of a crusader. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad I met you, Elon, and Janna. I couldn't ask for better friends. But I'm not cut out for war. I don't like fighting demons, and I don't want to die. That's too heavy a sentence for a simple thief. Seela glances at you and says quietly, He has a point. The punishment should fit the crime. A harsh sentence won't change what's happened, and it won't turn him into a better person. After everything he's been through. If I let you go, what will you do? You see a flicker of hope in Kurla's eyes. Well, you can bet I'm not going to steal or hobnob with cultists. I swear on anything you'll like. I've been thinking about Canabras. It'll take a long time to rebuild the city, and I'm sure they could use an extra pair of hands. I could be a laborer until I learn an honest trade. If I had the option, I'd tell him he would be spending his time in prison for what happened until the crusade is over. When the crusade ends, he would be free to go. That's what I'd say. He'd be alive, he'd be safe, he just wouldn't be going anywhere, and imprisonment would be the punishment for what he did. But that's enough, I think. I think you've been punished enough. I'm granting you a full pardon. You are free to go. Really? I mean, is that the honest truth? Yep, the most honest of truths. Cheer up, lad. It'll all work out for you. I say this is one former thief to, hopefully, another. Elon and Kiana fall into each other's arms, heedless of everyone else around them. Silas smiles broadly. Come on, let's give them some space. I'm glad that the two of you are all right. We're glad too, but I'm very displeased with the way my wedding ended. We didn't even get to enjoy our wedding night together, and it was all because of those damned demons. Kiana, my love, let's discuss that later. We don't want to embarrass the commander. Well, I just want to say, thank you, Commander. Thank you for everything you have done for us. We'll accept your gratitude in the form of strong drinks, but we'll wait to celebrate until after we've defeated the demons. So long, friends. Enjoy this moment of happiness, but don't get too carried away. And with that, mission complete.
We do it my way.
Daeran is safe, even if it was a bit of a fight, and the souls that were imprisoned are freed. Everything is good. All is well. Thank you, Arsenro, for what you did, taking care of them. And with that, I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, well, we have some loot that we need to distribute to people. And in addition to that... Oh, hold on. What's that ring? I don't think I recognize that. Ring of Renown Artisan. Plus 12 competence bonus on knowledge arcana checks and a plus 5 bonus on checks to craft potions or scrolls. Useless! Anyway, I am going to end this episode here. Next episode, I think I'll run around and talk to people, hand in the thing to the storyteller, deal with the loot, and then go back to the Citadel because we got something to deal with there. But that'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is me. This has been a Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous, and I shall see you all next time.